Well guys, a stunning Friday morning here in southern Spain in Murcia. What a day. It's going to be 31 degrees today and all over the weekend, and it's getting hot now, but we're going to go out for a toodle to a local market and have a mooch around and enjoy the day. Many of you will know, if you watch my videos, I don't work on Fridays anymore. 4 days is enough work, so this is part of my long weekend. So, the perfect bike. You see lots of YouTubers raving about their bikes, and maybe the following week later we've had some stunning weather today. It's still really warm now. Forecast tomorrow in Old Money, that's Fahrenheit, is 91, 92, which will be about 33, 34 degrees. So that's absolutely bonkers for autumn. Even here in Spain, it does get to these temperatures. We have warm temperatures in autumn, but exceptionally warm at the moment. I'm stood here in a pair of shorts and it's currently 7:30. Very mild, very warm. But the crux of what I was talking about was the ride we had out today on this beautiful old 1995, get mixed up between my Ducati and this one, 1995 Moto Guzzi 1100 California. And just how capable this bike is. I mean, it's very comfortable, a very low centre of gravity, so you haven't got the problems of the high centre of gravity that you've got on the Vosges 900 DSX. You haven't got the bells and whistles. There's no ABS, there's no cruise control, there's no traction control, there's no modern bells and whistles on it. What struck me today on this particular bike, we're on a section of A road and we were doing 110, 120 kph, and I suddenly realised I was in 4th gear and I still had a gear left. So technically the bike doesn't like to be in 5th gear, which is the top gear on this. If you leave it in 5th, it doesn't quite like it. It's not revving high enough to be super smooth, but them sort of speeds, motorway speeds, it's a very smooth bike, a very capable bike. Where you're on the Vosges 900 DSX now, I know there's 200 cc difference between the two bikes, this being the bigger bike, but at 120 kph on this, you literally do not know you're moving. The screen's a bit third world, if you like. It's not as good as the modern screen, so you do get a little, tiny bit of buffeting, but it's a superbly comfortable bike. And it begs the question then, as I've said in previous videos, as we get older, what bike do we finish our sort of riding life on? As we tootle around all the country lanes and we went to a local market, and I'll put some pictures of the ride, a bit of video of the ride, and I walked around the market. It was such an amazing ride. It was one of those special Narnia moments that you have where you just gel with a bike, and it just put a big grin on my face the whole ride, all the way there and all the way back. And it just shows that a well-maintained antique or vintage or older bike can be just as pleasurable as the modern bike with all the bells and whistles on. And it led me talking to Leslie about whether we should be looking now for touring, especially as most of our touring's off-road, on-road, and I've got the 300 Rally for doing any off-road, whether we should be looking at maybe getting another Moto Guzzi, maybe the 1400 with the luggage on. And the 1400 is a beautiful machine, not made for many years. We're on about bringing it back. But yeah, where do we end up riding? I can see myself riding this even when I'm 80, to be honest, although it's a good 15-16 kilos heavier than the Vosges 900. The centre of gravity makes a big difference. So it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on it. I know a lot of you won't click on this video because it's not primarily about the Vosges 900 DSX, but if you do click on the video and you are following me along on the channel, let me know what you think. I mean, it's night and day. I'm lucky to have these bikes that I can ride, and I can jump on the Super Meter, I can jump on the Vosges 300, the DSX 900, or this, so I've got the choice between all four of them. But to be honest, I love all four bikes. When people say, oh, I love my bike, wouldn't swap it, I wouldn't swap any of my four bikes at the moment. Maybe the Vosges 900 DSX in time. It's a bit vanilla in the way it grabs you, if you like. And what I mean by that, the Vosges 900 DSX being a bit vanilla, it doesn't touch my soul, if you like. It doesn't give me a sense of wanting to look back on it when I cover it up at night. Whereas this, now I've got it uncovered, it's going to be covered up in a minute. I keep staring at it before I cover it up, and I've never been a cruiser guy, really. I did have the Intruder 1500 for many years, but I didn't put a lot of miles on it. It was too raked out in the front, and it was too slow steering. But the advantage of this bike, you sit on it, although it looks fairly low as I'm looking at it now on the side stand, it's a high bike. The seat height is as high on this as when I sit on my Vosges 900, but all the weight is slung very low in the bike, so it's very easy to handle. And what makes a big difference on the bike is the fact that you've got these mid-mounted floorboards that look like maybe a bike from the 1930s, if you like, but you're sat in a traditional riding position. You've got the foot forward position, and it feels very natural. You feel like you're on a more normal bike. And with a Conti frame on this, the handling is superb. You can sling it into the bends, around the bends, without any fear of being on a cruiser type bike with a long rake, and it's just a stunning thing to ride. I get the same sort of sensations when I ride the Super Meter 650, but this, when I ride it, it just gives me, I don't know, it fills me with a sense of nostalgia that I don't know why I feel that way, but I just really enjoy riding the bike. So guys, I'll wrap it up here, and I'll piece it together and I'll put it up on YouTube, and let me know in the comments what you think below. And if you are following the channel, give me a like, a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It makes a whole lot of difference. I don't make a lot of money out of this channel. I'm not doing it to get rich. I earn a living from my work, but it does pay for little bits like the camera equipment, recording equipment, time I spend on it. So each video I probably spend, I don't know, 2-3 hours filming it, doing it, making it, and I probably make off each video about €10 if I'm lucky. So you can equate the hours worked in as what you're getting out of it. So all these people on YouTube are begging you to subscribe. A lot of them are only making pin money, and it's an hobby to keep people informed of what's going on. So guys, ride safe, peace out, and I'll catch you very soon in the next video. Thanks for watching.